Hi everybody, this is Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com, and I'm making this presentation really for members of my Mike Body Spirit community. That's a development group that I've got about 50 members in it now, and we've had it for about 4 years, and the group's growing from strength to strength. But if you're watching this and you're not in that group, then basically for the price of a coffee a week, £2.50, you can join that development group, that community, and become part of what I call the snowplow group, clearing the way for what's to come. It's a group of people that I've been developing, as I say, for 4 years, and they're learning consciousness, mindfulness, psychic development, personal growth. They're understanding their true potential by understanding the nature of reality. And I was watching Mr. Ike last night. It's the 3rd of August today, and last night he did a London Reel presentation. I love that guy. I've followed him for about 30 years. No criticism of him, no judgment intended, but there's a saying in the Bible, and there's no judgment of the Bible, because all pieces of inspiration, whether it's scriptural or whether it's modern information through David Icke or wherever it's come from, Sadhguru, Deepak Chopra, Wayne Dyer, who was a particular favourite of mine. There's lots of them out there, but I'm going to say this: whoever you follow, make sure that they bear the fruits of their belief system. I'll say that again. Whoever you follow, make sure that they bear the fruits of their belief system. Whatever they preach and teach, make sure that they are showing evidence that it's benefiting them. It would be no good going to a financial advisor who was in debt. You wouldn't want to go to a counsellor who was depressed and on Prozac. You want to get your information from people who are sharing the information based on evidence that shows that their belief system rings true in their own life. Now, I don't know what's going on with Mr. Ike, and I love the guy, and I always send him healing and love and greatest respect for his research. He's a phenomenal guy. But just recently I've noticed on his presentations he's getting very angry. You might say passionate, but to me I stick it under the label of angry. With a red face, high blood pressure. There's a saying in the Bible, which is where I started this conversation, that says, by their fruits you'll know them. The disciples said to Jesus, how do we know when you've gone who to follow? We are fishers of men, and who do we know who to cast our nets over? How do we recognize potential Christians or Christians? And Jesus said, by their fruits you will know them, which means if somebody is rooted and grounded and earthed in good soil, good beliefs, rock solid in the foundations of their philosophies, their theologies, their conceptual life standards and values, they'll be bearing good fruit, and the good fruits will be, you'll be able to see that they have a good life, that they have good health, good balance, good people around them, good conversation, good mindset, good hearts. And without judgment, I see so many gurus, teachers, facilitators, coaches, mentors, who aren't the real deal. On Facebook, LinkedIn and all these other forums where they can present themselves as being successful, quite a lot of it is photoshopped. They stood next to a car they don't own, in the grounds of a house that isn't theirs. Big smiles on their face. And when I've been to networking meetings with people who do that, the reality is something quite different. Quite a lot of psychics with dreadful health. Just think who you know in the mind, body, spirit world who is quite unhappy, quite distressed, quite angry, quite frustrated. If we are unlimited consciousness, all that is, ever has been, and ever will be, if this is just a biological spacesuit, as Mr. Ike says, why is he getting so angry? If he's all powerful, then why is he fighting the system? Why is he fighting at all? The system comes from us. If you're reacting, and reacting badly, I would say, then that doesn't really honour the fact that on one hand he's saying that we are unlimited consciousness, but then these people are spitting the dummies out and saying fricking this and fricking that. I mean, if you believe it's a satanic plot and it's a spiritual thing that's being worked through our decision makers and politicians and religious leaders, getting angry isn't going to work. Getting angry is just going to spread anger and negativity. If it's a metaphysical war in this holographic universe, as is being expressed by Mr. Ike and others, getting angry is not going to work. You're not going to win a spiritual battle on the physical plane. You're just going to make yourself physically unwell. Being uneasy and frustrated and angry just creates dis-ease, and you only have to look at the guy to see that he's riddled with dis-ease. Now, I've had physical challenges. I've still got some, but I'm at peace with those. And with no judgment, I see this so often, that these gurus, in my opinion, are not honouring the teachings. By their fruits you'll know them. Good life, good health, good balanced state of mind, loving heart, good philosophy, good theology, integrity, honesty, love. Now we'll move away from Mr. Ike, who I do love, and I think he's a fantastic fella, but I do believe that over the last few presentations on the London Reel, in my opinion, and it's only an opinion, probably quite a controversial one, about a controversial man who I still respect massively, I think he's let himself down, and we can all do that. So I'm going to send him healing, I'm going to send him love, I'm going to empower him to do better, because we need more David Ikes. But he was the other night telling people to fight and resist. Well, I want to say that's true, but I want to say it in a different way, that we do that metaphysically, and that we don't get ourselves arrested, and that when we protest, we do it peacefully. We do it through prayer, through affirmation, through visualization, metaphysically, not physically. It might be okay if you're living in the Isle of Wight, or the Isle of Man, wherever he is, on a small island, to not wear a mask. But you try doing that in the centre of Birmingham, centre of Liverpool, centre of Manchester, or the centre of Bangkok, which isn't far from where I am. You're just not going to get away with it. And to tell society to do that en masse. Now, it might be that there is a way to do that, but you certainly don't want to incite a protest or violence or create a reaction that's going to be hostile. We don't want violence. We don't want hostility. We want love. And if this is just a story, a program, and it's a glitch in the matrix, then why are we getting angry about it and losing sleep over it? It does affect our physical experience, but this is just a physical experience. It's not who we are. So many of these people teach that this is just a temporary experience, that we're the witness, which I believe. So even if I was chained up like Terry Waite to a radiator as a hostage, Terry Waite showed great integrity, fantastic mental and emotional discipline, and he endured that using his clever mind, and came out of it with his sanity, with his integrity, with his dignity, a transformed man, which is what that experience was all about. So as we go into the rest of 2020, trust me, it's going to get harder, tougher. There's going to be more lockdown, which will be in specific areas, but that will spread, and there'll probably be a blanket lockdown. Then there's going to be the vaccination issues. Then there's going to be the financial issues and the food issues and the drought issues and the refugee issues and the China issues and the Russia issues and the Brexit issues. It's all kicking off, isn't it? And those are the things that I don't mind talking about. There's some more dark things that we know are going on, so I don't particularly want to speak about. I don't like the vibration of those in my mind or on my lips, which we know is going on around Epstein and Prince Andrew and the Clintons and many others. Dark stuff, evil stuff that's leaking into Hollywood and the pop culture. But if you go down that rabbit hole, it's hard to come out of it. So I know about it, but I don't really want to explore it. I'm not ignorant to it, but I detach from it because it's just a program in the matrix that I don't want to run. I want to run love, positivity, happiness, peace of mind, kindness, healing. So I think it's character building not to fight. I think it's character building to vibrate love and positivity from where you are and to allow that to radiate. I think it's character building and what we're here to do, to lobby and to make our voices heard, but I think we'll speak louder with vibration. We live in a universe. One verse, voice, one verse, one vibration. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. The Word was God. Being very religious today in this Here to Help. But these ancient texts have hidden wisdom, which is not taught and preached in many churches or congregations or mosques. The power of you and the power of me through vibration, radiation, creation. We can vibrate and radiate and create the world that we want, and the health that we want, and the relationships that we want, and the experiences that we want, far more powerfully by radiating peace and love. The opposite of fear is love. The opposite of conflict and protest and argument is peace. And my favourite affirmation is, I choose peace rather than this. So we can argue, we can go out and defy the law, but it's the law of the land, and we are not of this land. We live on the land, but we're from heaven. We're from a higher vibration than the density of the darkness on this planet. And we're only here for, 60 years and 10, 60 years and 10, 70, maybe we might get 80, 90 years out of it. Some people go far earlier than that, God bless them. And then we go back to the oneness. We come from oneness, we come into a world of duality, and then we go back to our singularity. So whatever shit there is on this planet, we have to shift, do the best that we can while we're here, which is why we were put here. It's a blessing that you claimed a body. There's many souls, spirits that didn't get into a body. And at 63, which is where I am, I've seen many things, and I hope to see many more things. I'm going to get to 93, 103, but I know I'm not going to get it by getting angry and by witnessing things on the outside and allowing it to poison me on the inside. That's no way to be. That's not for me. So by their fruits you'll know them. Take your wisdom and your teachings from people who are successful, if that's your success coach, who are healthy, if they're your health advisor, who are happy, if they're your life coach. People who've got good relationships and balance, not from people who are ranting, not from people who have got red faces, high blood pressure, riddled with rheumatism and diseases, which, no judgment, but come on. I always say to people, how's your belief system working for you? When somebody's argumentative and someone's got an attitude, I always say, how's that working for you? What's your marriage like? How are you getting on with your kids? What's your health like? By their fruits you will know them. Be aware and alert to everything, not just what people are saying, but their whole vibration, their way of being. We are human beings, and we can be better. And if I can help you with that, that's what I do. My name's Mike Garner from MrMikeGarner.com. No red face, no anger. And I really pray for these people who are well-meaning, well-educated, probably far more educated than me, well-researched, but at times don't seem to be doing so well. And I wish them well, and I wish you well as well. God bless, be well, enjoy your mind.